Pep, everyone was very excited by Saturday's performance, which you described as the best since you've been here. Have that team and the players just made your job a bit harder now to try and maintain that sort of level and form?
Yeah, good morning to everybody. Yeah, it was the best in the terms, I said in the terms, so we were able to play in a high level, more minutes than ever. It's a new game, new competition tomorrow. Next Saturday, a new game, new competition. So it's just to be focused what we have to do. All the players know we are just in October. Last season was quite similar, a little bit better that season, but quite similar like this season. And after we were not able to maintain our level. So they know what happened in football. So outstanding performance, 3-0 in the halftime in 5 minutes. The last 2 in the first half, the first 3 in the second was 3-2. So that is reality in the sport, a good lesson for us for the future.
And do you have to change then in any way for Napoli? Your style, your systems?
Yeah, something you have to adapt because they play completely different than normally we play here in the Premier League, and we have to adapt a little bit what they do. Yeah.
Can I just ask you about Kevin De Bruyne, finally from me? One of the best or becoming the best in Europe at the moment?
The best is for just one. He has to, if he want to become considered one of the best, he has to win titles. And we are here to help him to achieve that. But the best is just one, but he's one, of course, one of the best.
Hi, Pep. I wanted to tell you, when you were 40, you already won basically all that you can win as a manager. When he was 40, Maurizio Sarri just started like training as a proper coach all the time, 24 hours per day, because before he was working in a bank. I want to know if you were aware of that and if that's the beauty of football.
No, I didn't know that. So the first time I realized how good their teams played was, I think it was in Napoli when Manuel Stiart informed me that in Italy there is a new trainer playing not a top team, but is playing a really good football. And since that, I was curious the way his team is playing, and it's no secret for me how good he is.
Hi, Pep. When I asked Raheem if his goal at Bournemouth was a spark, you seemed to nod along in approval. How important do you think his goal actually was for the team?
Yeah, it was so important. Yeah, in the first games, like go to Brighton, for example, the first game away in the Bournemouth, in that moment they had 0 points in the table, and winning the last minute was so important. Before the international break, being there. After that came Liverpool that were able to win. That Bournemouth was to live in that period. I don't know what's happening in the future, but living that period helped us a lot in terms of confidence, in terms of, okay, we are compete and fight until the end.
And also, how's Sergio? Is he fit enough to play? And
yeah, it's, day by day is much better. Yesterday make an amazing training session. The day before the game against the Stoke, it was good but not perfect. In that moment, yesterday was really good, really good.
Pep, Napoli have been scoring almost as many goals as Man City. I think it's 26 in 8 games. Do you see this as being a similar game to the Monaco games last season in the Champions League?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it will be a fascinating game tomorrow. For all the Manchester City fans, hopefully can come to help us in that competition. We need their support from our fans. But I am pretty sure it will be a massive game tomorrow.
Can you just talk a bit about Napoli and how impressed you are? Because obviously top of the Italian league. How impressed have you been about them, and what's so impressive about them?
They do many things, and all the things they do perfectly. So it's not a team that's going to wait. It's going to make high pressing. They have the ability to make an amazing build-up in the middle, especially in the middle, but outside as well. They have 3 guys. They are so dynamic in front with Senior Martins and Callejon. Like they are not a guys like just a guys to receive long balls. They are so dynamic. They are good in small spaces. They run in behind perfectly in the right tempo, especially Callejon. In the middle, they are guys who also have the quality to run in behind, like Hamsik especially. Jorginho is a talent, like a playmaker. He reads the situation on and without the ball. And the set pieces are good. So when they have to make a backwards, they do quickly. They defend deep. Well, they have a goalkeeper, a lot of experience. The leader of, I know, is the leader of his teammates. He's a quality to make a build up. He can use him in the feeds. He read the situation, short, right, left. It's not tricky. When they are able in Italy win 8 games in a row, and winning in Roma against Lazio, against Roma, and the way they won, and so I know I heard from a president from Napoli today in the Gazzetta dello Sport that my words is just to distract what they are. Is what I believe. So I believe they are a really good team, a really good team in all sense. But if the president prefers to say it is a disaster team and is a no good team, okay, I can say that as well.
Okay, last couple in English before we take some Italian, please, David.
Pep, you've already faced.
Sorry.
Pep, you've already faced Chelsea and Liverpool this season, but do you feel this Napoli team, bearing in mind what you just said about, will be your toughest test so far this season?
I cannot say that because Liverpool was a tough game and Chelsea as well. So I have a lot of respect for the team. So I don't like to speak too much about the opponents because after that. But I have a lot of respect. So I like to watch them. So also I am a manager, a professional, but I am a spectator as well. I am a guy who loves to watch football, and especially the teams I like to play. And I like to watch Napoli. When I'm sitting there in my home and watching how they play, I learn many things about Sarri teams. So I like to watch them to play, and tomorrow it's a big test for us. For me, myself, like a manager, what can do to beat them. For me, it's fascinating to have the challenge because that is a game, and I like to face the teams like a game. And hopefully we can especially see both teams a good game for the spectators in Etihad or the guys who decide to watch us on TV can enjoy good football tomorrow.
When you were talking about De Bruyne there and you were asked to compare, you said there is a number one, obviously Messi. Is it conceivable that De Bruyne could get to that level, or is Messi so far in front of everybody else that it's impossible for that to happen?
It would be a dream for me. I would love to not only Kevin, all the players I had in the past to achieve the level from Messi. So I would be a massive thing for my teams because we would win a lot of games. So I don't want to put the pressure in Kevin's shoulders. Kevin is it's an amazing player. So, and he's a humble guy. All the teammates love him. He wants to play every single game. He fights until the end. He keeps the pressure. But I don't have him comparing with Messi. Messi is a part. So he's a guy who scores 60 goals every season since the last 8, 9, 10 years. So he's a guy not just of that, it's just the way he plays football. And of course, I would like to help Kevin and all I can to get the highest level as possible. But I think in the past, I hear many times that guy is like Messi, that guy is like Messi, that guy is like Messi. It's not possible.
Pep, you're a perfectionist. The game against Stoke, the way you're playing at the moment, how far off perfection is that for you?
Always we can do better. Always we can do better. So, but of course the level was, because in the Premier League everybody recognizes how tough it is, and to score goals against the team is so complicated, and always the Stoke City was so difficult. Last season we were not able to beat them, so at home. So, but always we can do better. If we feel now it's enough, will be the huge mistake we can do.
Pep, just going back to their president, he has suggested this morning that they should rest players for this game because they're playing Inter Milan on at the weekend, and that's as important a game for them. I mean, do you believe that? And also, just one about Pepe Reina.
If you believe me, if I believe it, I believe him. Absolutely not. So, but he's traveling this afternoon with Sarri in the same plane, or maybe tomorrow in the private jet, I don't know. But he can ask him to Mr. Sarri if he's going to play. But I think the last 10 games, 8 games, they play in the same lineup. I can announce you which player is going to play tomorrow, Napoli against us.
And just one about Pepe Reina. You mentioned him earlier on, him being crucial in their build-up. Was he someone that I think you considered looking at one point when you were looking at goalkeepers?
We were together in Bayern Munich, and it was a huge pleasure to be with him. Not on the pitch. He's a guy who's a real leader, a real leader in the terms how encourage his teammates, even the manager, even the club. He had absolutely everything to be a manager, to be a leader of one team. Overall, his career speaks for himself how good he has done. So it was a lucky guy to have him for a short time, unfortunately, in Munich.
We'll do some questions in Italian, please. Show of hands from the Italian.